Hey guys, what's up? It's Cycle, and today I'm going to show you how to buy an item in Path of Exile. If you ever wanted that one gem that you can never find, or you really want a sweet weapon to upgrade to do more DPS, or if you wanted that unique item that you don't know how to get and you don't like looking at trade chat, well, this is how you'll do it. First thing you want to do is you want to go to poe.trade, and you'll get this website, and this is the website to find everything. We'll talk about all these things, and yeah. So first, the league. You'll want to choose the league of the character that you want to buy it for. So our character is in Torment. And these are of course the temp leagues, and they're going to change in about a week or so from this video. It's also standard in hardcore. And G Arena if you want to play on the if you want to buy on the Taiwanese server. Probably going to add the Russian G Arena as well, probably. You can sort by the type of item, so weapons, and their types like bow, claw, armor, boots, gloves, helmet, and miscellaneous like amulets, belts, flasks, gems, pretty cool, maps if you want. The subtypes of each of these items are down here called the base, so types of helmets are in here, types of maps are in here if you want specific maps, or amulets, and also the names of every gem. So kinetic blast if you want one of those, or if you really want to leech some life, you can go life leech. If you want to find a unique item, the best way to do that is to type the name of it. For example, Chevron's wrappings, enter, and you'll see all the chevrons that are for sale, and we'll talk about all those stuff in a moment. I'm going to try to keep this video short because a lot of the stuff is you can read it. So you can see you can enter the minimum and maximum values for a lot of this stuff. So for offense, for weapons, you can enter the damage of the weapon. I don't want anything stronger than 10 damage. Done. This is the attacks per second, so how fast you will attack with it. This is the chance you have to get a critical strike with that weapon. This is your damage per second on the weapon, which is how fast you attack, or how much damage you do times how fast you attack. So it's damage times attacks per second. So DPS. This is effectively how much damage you're really doing. This is the elemental damage per second, which I believe is a sum of lightning, cold, and fire damage. But I'm not sure. I haven't actually used this. I think it's a sum though. And this is the physical damage per second of the weapon. In the defense category, you can sort by the minimum, maximum armor, evasion. This is energy shield, or the block chance for shields, or if you're crazy and you're a bringer of rain. I think Bringer of Rain has block. I've actually never used one. Sockets. You can sort by the number of sockets on it. If you really want your 6 socket, bam. We can search for 6 sockets that sell for under 7 jewelers. Yeah. And you can also specify the colors of the sockets. You can also sort by the links. So if I really want my 5 link item, say a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 5, so we don't get our 6 links mixed up in there, we can sort by that. We can even specify the colors. So 2 red, 1 green, 1 blue, and 1 of anything for our 5 link, if we really wanted it, or specifically if we do that. You can even search that, I'll show you. If you do that, look at that. You got all the things with the specified colors, red, red, blue, blue, green, and 5 linked, and they're all here. You can see these. Here's one for 3 fusings for 5 link. Let's reset the form with the reset button. You can sort by the requirements. So if I'm leveling up, I do this all the time. If I'm leveling and I really need a new bow, for example, and I'm not doing enough DPS with my my bow character, and I'm level 35, and I really want one, I can sort by level 35 weapons, and I will not get any of the high-end weapons that are level like require level 66 and stuff. I won't get that. I'll sort by maximum level 35. So you can do it that way. You can also sort by the strength, dexterity, and intelligence, as you can see here, as I'm badly highlighting. So this is cool if you're like, okay, I only have like 6 dexterity. You can sort that and filter that out. This also helps for if you know you need specific colors and you want a chrome, because chromatics read the strength, dexterity, and intelligence on an item to rule the colors, right? Red, green, and blue. You can sort by mods. Implicit is the mod above the line. For example, on a power amulet, the mana regeneration is the implicit, and all the other stuff is explicit. Items like normal boots, for example, just have explicits. But Like we need to test this, for example. We're gonna find power amulets by doing this by mana regeneration rate. Let's say we want 20, and we can sort by and add life, add mod. We'll add another mod, resistance fire, add mod, and resistance cold. And we don't want anything more than 20 life because life is terrible. Okay, no, that's a joke. That's a joke. Life is good. Let's go 50. And 10 of that and 25 of that because we need to fill these in to get max resistances maybe. And this will sort and find 9 results. And as you can see, it's power amulets because the implicit is mana regeneration, the stat over the line, and all the other stuff is explicit under the line. And you see life and the resistances that we specified. All elemental resistances. Oh yeah, let's talk about this. So when you're sorting by explicit, you'll see these like pseudo things. Pseudo. I'll type life in again to narrow it down. There's pseudo max total life and just max total life. And what this is pseudo will calculate all the extra things together and add it together. So for example, with life, it'll also calculate how much extra life you would get from the strength on the item. If it were something like resistances, a pseudo resistance, I'll type this again. A pseudo resistance versus a normal resistance will also count things like all resistance. So if I put pseudo 10 fire, then if I get 10 all resistance, then it will satisfy the search term. Cool. Let's reset. And the last category we have here is miscellaneous. So you can do the quality of the item. This counts for gems. So if I want a 20 quality gem, bam! Or if I'm searching and 20 qualities are expensive, I can be like, well, let's look for anything between 12 and 15 quality. You can sort by the level of the gem. So like a level 3 in power would be sweet. Or if you don't want level 3 in power, you can do it that way. Also map levels. So like, alright, I really want a dunes. Let's find it this way. You can do it that way. Or any 66 map. You can sort by the increased item quantity. So like on a map, if it has a 20 quantity, just to show, you'll show maps with at least 20 quantity. Quantity, of course, is separate from the quality. You can sort by the item rarity. This is really nice for filtering out unique items that you might get by accident with your searches, or if you specifically want, like, I want a unique item that has life on it. Let's sort by max life, and so let's go. And you'll see items with life on it. And I did pseudo life, by the way, so this strength will show up, or this all attributes will show up. Reset. You can sort by the seller, the thread number, and the last seen by their selling thread. And this video is not really going to cover the how to sell items because there are all other really nice videos that do that. But the two applications normally used to sell items are procurement and acquisition, which are really great ways to get your items up. But this video is not going to talk about that. You can sort by whether or not the item is corrupted. You can normalize quality. I don't actually know what this does, but I always just leave it on. You can turn on the alternative art, like filter, so you can sort by the fancy alt art items. Like, look at this. Look at this beautiful. I don't know why these are considered alternate art. Look at this beautiful alt art barracks. I wonder. I don't know. You know what? Forget that whole thing. I think alt art applies better in standard, where there's actually alt art items like this Advarius. Yeah, not sure what that did with Torment. These are the key ones though. Buyout only will set the buyout to be on, like, only read the items with the buyout, and the buyout is pretty much the seller's asking price, so you don't even have to haggle. If I saw this guy and I really wanted this amulet, I know it's 1 chaos. If I have a chaos, I can message him and I can get this amulet. And we can sort by online only or offline only, which will show whether or not that person is online in Path of Exile right now. This is kind of finicky because first there are, it can't track perfectly when someone is online or offline. And secondly, there are some applications, some programs that will mark you as always online, just so you always show up in the shops. So I do this sometimes to help filter out, but you know, I leave it off sometimes to help sort. And you can message someone who appears offline here, they might actually be online in the game. You can sort by the in line with the buyout. You can sort by how much it is. So if I definitely don't want to buy anything more than 2 chaos, that'll help sort. Let's reset and scroll back down, and you can sort whether or not it has any crafted mods, and sort whether or not it's identified. So we're going to do a quick test. We're going to sort by a buyout only, and just any. This is all the items with the buyout. Just to show a couple of these things. So if we wanted to sort by any of these searchable items, like attacks per second, block, energy shield, quality, we just have to click on it and it will sort everything that way and put the best item for you at the top. My query was too broad, so let us narrow it down. Maybe we'll just look for a bow, a crude bow. Let's look for crude bows with required level 36 or 26 and under, and a buyout. It's still 99, and look at all these unique crude bows. So we'll sort by buyout. 0 chaos herbs. What is that even? So when you're on this page now, you can sort by the quality of an item. You can sort by the physical damage, and as I showed, you can sort by the buyout as well by clicking on the currency in the bottom left. You'll see next to that you'll have the verify, which says whether or not it's still in that person's stash or inventory. Verified says yes, it is. So you don't have to ask them if they have it. You can just, and it'll tell you. And their in-game name. And I always like to just copy this, Control C, and then I can go into the game, and I would whisper them and paste it. Go, hi, can I buy your? And this is what I will always do for yellow items and unique items, just so they know what item I'm buying. I'll copy the name of that. I will paste it in here. And I would say for, what was it worth? And I'll tab 2 alterations for 2 alt. And specify the league as well. In Torment, please. Happy face. And I would send this message if I wanted to buy this item. And how do I close that? Just close it like that. So that's how I would do it, like that. Additionally, if you're curious and you want to see the actual shop, you can click on the name of it, and it will open up their trade shop. And you can sort through and see what else they have. Or this guy has for 0 chaos. It would be like, what is that? Why is it 0 chaos? Sometimes they explain. I think this guy just wanted them all to appear. But so, all right. Let's say you found the item that you want. Let's just go ahead and make this rare just to make it nice. I think there's only 5 rare ones. So let's. I really want this crude bow, and I would message him, and I would go in the game. So I would message him with the thing, and I would get my currency ready and have it in my inventory, and I would get invite him to a party, or he would invite me to a party. And at this point, you would either meet in Act 1 normal if you don't have a hideout, like you can just type, you'd be like, oh hey, Act 1 normal, pulls happy face, and you'll go there. Or a lot of times people will say like my hideout or your hideout, and you'll go to your hideout if you have one. And you'll trade the item that way, and it's very easy if you do it this way. There's another way that you can buy items. Let's run around in circles with who are you? Kanoya. The other way that we can buy items is we can go to the last town in the game, Merciless Act 3 for now. It's probably going to be Merciless Act 4 later on. And go to the notice board in the town, which will open up the social tab at public parties, and you'll see a lot of things. A lot of the parties here are not actual parties for questing, but rather they're parties for buying and selling items. And we can sort this by typing, want to buy, and here are the things that people want. This guy would love to have white leather belts, 6 for 1 chaos, or want to sell, and you can see what people are selling. Like if I was looking for something, I'd be like, what are people selling me? And like, oh great, Chevrons, or I want to sell an Exalted. That's great. And you can buy items that way too. This is another way of trading. You can also use the trade chat. But the thing that I don't like about the trade chat, it's very you have to like sit here and there's a lot of it's so fast. Look at all the things, it's too much. So keep that closed. I do most of my things via the poe.trade here, or I'll look here. And you're like, okay, what are people selling? What are they buying? also, if you want to look at currency real quick, you can put a colon in here, and most of the time in the notice board, currencies will be this way. So exalted to 40 chaos, the little ratio colon, regrets 1-1 chaos, vault 1-1 chaos, fragments. So that's how I buy items in Path of Exile, and so I think I covered everything. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment with a question. I'll do my best to answer it. And if you like this video, you could totally subscribe. I'm trying to make a video every day. We'll see how long that lasts. Yeah. So once again, my name is Cycle. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.